You serious?
Hello, this is How to Kill an Hour. My name is Marcus Bronzy.
What's going on? I'm Nick Bright.
Yes, sir. And this is the episode where we talk about stuff we have been killing time with, the ways we've been killing time. Nick, I got an electric car. It's called the Polestar 2, bruv. Very exciting.
Listen, we spoke about electric cars on the pod in the past,
Yeah.
and you know where I'm at with it. The battery technology needs to get better before I am fully invested in electric cars. Although I am interested in the sector and kind of fascinated by where it can go for sure, because I do think it is the future. I just don't think the future is quite now.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get forced into it, though, because there's this mad thing happening over here in the UK where the government is charging you a lot of money to drive in London, basically. Yeah. And it will, if you have a car that pushes out a lot of exhaust fumes, it will cost you £30 just to drive through certain parts of London. 30 quid is what it will cost you before parking or fuel comes into consideration. So
yeah,
electric vehicles will be exempt from, they'll be exempt from some of the charges. At the moment, it's free to drive your electric car around within the congestion charge zone. That's probably not going to last forever. They'll end up charging you at some point. So it's cheaper to run an electric car. And also, if you charge it at home, it's also cheaper to charge it as well. Ori Styler told us it costs about 11 quid to charge up his Tesla.
Thing is about charging electric cars at home is that can only really work if you live in a specific type of property.
Yes.
I.e. you've got a driveway.
Yep.
And stuff like that. Whereas, most people in London really don't have driveways like that.
Yeah.
I know we're being specific about London, but any major city really, most people that live in the kind of centre of those cities don't have the option to have that.
Exactly. I mean, shout out to my neighbour who actually I don't know how they manage to get the same space every day, but they run a lead out of their window to their car and put that little plastic thing on it so that if people step on it or cycle over it doesn't damage the cable. That's dedication, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dedication. It's also quite ghetto. I like it.
It's like, imagine that, like it's plugged in next to the kettle and somebody knocks it off. Oh my God. Oh, but yeah, man, it's an electric vehicle, the Polestar 2. Polestar is basically Volvo's skunk works. So it's their company where they were like, go off and make us racing cars. And they've also spun off and made an electric car. So basically when you're driving a Polestar, you're driving an electric Volvo, which means, if I'm honest, straight to the chase with regards to the insides, it's really nice. It's Scandinavian design, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's simple. Nice interior.
It's mad because I don't know whether it's because you and I are getting older or what. But like when I was younger, Volvos were like frowned upon, almost like, that's an old man's car, you get me, Volvo, that's dead, you know what I'm saying? But like now, like the XC90 and stuff like that, or any of the XC series, decent, bruv.
You know what, we tried the XC40 a few years back and it was a decent car, like packed full of tech, like loads of tech that you get in other cars in a few years time, but you usually have to spend a pretty penny. So yeah, like decent size, decent tech in it. Lovely Scandinavian design. So how did it translate into the electric situation, Nick? It was a lovely drive. In fact, it turned the same amount of heads as when I was driving the electric Mach-E, which was a Mustang. It was nice, but some people were getting a bit confused because their logo for the Polestar is like these weird two interjoining kind of arrows, right? People were like, no, that's a nice Citroen that you got there, bruv. That's a nice Chrysler that you got there, bruv. That's a nice... I was like, no, it's a Polestar. They're like, what? Yeah, that's what I said, bruv. Citroen. Very, very nice. So it's like people are not used to what that logo means, but I kind of like that it looks a little bit different. But yeah, in terms of its spec, 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, which is... Mate, electric cars are just rapid, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, off the mark.
Exactly.
They don't have to. There's no combustion engine in there, basically.
Exactly. Up to 335 miles on one charge.
That's not bad.
With charging though, there's caveats though, aren't there? So the WLTP certified range is a certified measurement now. So they're doing that now because they don't want car companies just saying, yeah, man, you get 700 miles when they've tested it rolling downhill for 6 hours. Do you know what I mean? So that's for average range of the car traveling at 30 miles an hour in summer temperatures from 100% to zero state charge. That's what the WLTP. So it's not always achievable in real life, but it's much more accurate. I found probably looking at about clean 220 on it if you want to be safe. Do you know what I mean? Like I was not driving it at 30 miles an hour. I kind of just drive them as I do normal cars. Yeah. And yeah, getting about 200 miles out of it with a bit of road, bit of motorway, and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, so it's not bad. It can tow up to £3,000. So that's a 6-berth caravan. So if you want to have an electric caravan if you want to have a caravan attached to your electric vehicle to make it look a lot less cooler, you can do that as well. It's really good to know, isn't it? Ultimately, squeeze all of the cool out of your vehicle immediately. The one I had these lovely yellow Brembo brakes. They were, so if you know your racing car stuff, they're cool. Got some nice Brembo brakes. It was this cool little grey, which I call gentrification grey, because in my area where it was gentrifying, all of the cool houses that rich people are moving into, they're painting them grey. So it's got that kind of cool grey colour. And yeah, man, bruv, decent leg space, decent boot space. It was a pleasurable drive, but for me, I want more mileage on all of these electric cars. I want 600 miles.
It's needed. The problem, like I said before, we live in quite a small country here, and the mileage is an issue. Electric cars, until they manage, like you say, to crack 600 miles, maybe even more into one charge, it's going to be difficult to dominate the world market. You know, in countries like the States, where like a 4-hour daily commute is normal and shit. You know what I mean?
100%. And I think what we need is that infrastructure as well, because that would help you feel better. If you knew 100% wherever you got to, you'd have a charge, great. But at the moment, there's still the issue with charging stations that break. Like when I drive any electric vehicle, I go to the charging facility before the one that I need to go to, if that makes sense. So if one's 10 miles away, and that's the one that I need to get to before I run out of juice, I go to the one that's 2 miles away, so that if it is broken, I've got 8 miles to... no, let me phrase that better. If I have 50 miles charge left on my car, I'll go to the charge point that's available when I still have 25 miles left on it, as opposed to going to the one that's, there when by the time I get to it, I'll have 5 miles left on it, because I don't want to be in a place where I try and get a charge and then it doesn't work. And that can still happen. And unfortunately, petrol stations are still a lot more reliable than electric charging points in terms of them all working all the time. Obviously, I know there are people listening that are in London and stuff, and they're just like, yo, I can find a charging point anywhere. But it's kind of when you get outside of the M25 that you need to make sure that reliability is there. Would you agree?
Yeah. 100%. Like, most of the time when you get outside of London, it's like service stations and stuff like that. And that's cool on the one hand, 'cause I know some of the service stations have like rapid charging points and stuff like that. But like I was reading a thing the other day for an electric, I can't remember what brand it was, but it was something along the lines of, you can stop for a service station. You can stop in a service station, and grab a coffee whilst you get some more charge into your vehicle. And I'm like, yeah, but not everybody wants to do that. Sometimes you're in a motherfucking rush out here, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, I need to get to the office, or I need to get to this meeting or whatever that I'm going to. I ain't got time to stop for a half an hour coffee.
You know what though, to be fair though, Nick, at the service station, by the time you get out, go for a pee, queue for a coffee, come out, you're like 20 minutes in,
I know that, but like a lot of the time when I'm driving places, bro, like even when I've been driving to bookings in the past in my car, I don't even stop. I get in the car in London and I drive to wherever I'm going, because there's enough diesel or petrol in the car that I don't need to stop.
Yeah.
And like, it's just business only, like when it's a leisurely one, it's cool. Like, if I'm going to visit family or, something like that, I might stop and like chill and relax, blah, blah, blah. But like, if it's business, sometimes I don't want to stop. I don't want to prolong the journey, I want the journey to be over.
Nick is the proper dad. Like, have you had a last wee? Because I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
You gotta try. I am not stopping.
When I have kids, mate, that'll be it. I'll be like, you lot need to wear nappies in the car, yeah, because I'm not stopping.
Nick's got the Shiwi and the Coca-Cola bottle with the lid cut off the top of it, like with the hole in it, going, right, I told you, I gave you a chance. That's it. You're going to have to do car wee now. And if there's one drop in the car, you're all getting in trouble. Imagine that. A nervous piss. But yeah, man. So back to the Polestar. Yeah, a lovely drive, cool car, turn heads. Funnily enough, its internal display, the what do they call it now? The multimedia unit, the infotainment system. It's not got Apple, from what I saw, not got Apple CarPlay when I drove it. But however, they have upgraded the Polestar to now have Apple CarPlay. But when I drove it, it was just before they allowed us to do that. And it did have Google Maps, which is pretty good. So you could say like, hey, Google, you could talk to it kind of like we spoke about the MBUX system. Hey, Google, can you turn up the heating? Hey, Google, how do I get here? Whatever. And that was really helpful. But yeah, give me some Apple CarPlay, please, because at the moment, I don't really want to use the car's system that are on board, really, other than for using the aircon and turning the radio up and down. I want my phone in my car, basically.
Yeah,
I have no need.
CarPlay's got to be, they need to be looking at that. Every brand now, when they're bringing out, it almost feels, I know it sounds quite churlish of me to say this, and maybe I'm saying it as somebody who is relatively tech savvy. I feel like CarPlay is one of the most important things now, in terms of your infotainment system. It's all good having your built-in nav and all of that stuff, but like, in my Mercedes, I've used my built-in nav maybe twice, and that was just to see what it was like. Real talk. Like, I just use Google Maps because you get the updated traffic. Sometimes if I'm in London anyway, I might use Waze because, Waze is gives you all the back streets and blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, again, don't want to turn this into the dad cast. The problem is, a lot of the roads in London, Marcus, you can attest to this as well. A lot of the roads in London lately, these little mad flower pots that are popping up everywhere, like turning them into like pedestrianized zones. And a lot of the map, services, they didn't get the memo. Like, so it would try and take you down a road, and there's this big fucking flower pot there, and you can't go down the road. It's jarring.
I'm fighting the urge to feed into this conversation, but yes,
I think they're called LTNs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Low traffic neighborhoods. So look, I get it, because obviously there's like a real balance between global warming and like trying to make things better for the environment, but it's like, don't funnel everybody onto the one same road. That's worse for the environment. Like the amount of fumes and stuff around that one main road now must be ridiculous.
Exactly. Maybe wait until after the pandemic as well. I'm just saying, isn't it? Maybe we do all of this, but can we just deal with one problem at a time? Maybe
when you're trying to force people onto public transport and that, maybe wait until there's not a deadly virus floating around that can kill. Like maybe just do that.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Because in the meantime, I'll be pushing electric vehicles around central London because I don't want to be paying all those big charges. But yeah, man, it is frustrating. But luckily, we have maps now. To be honest, somebody the other day asked me how I got somewhere. Like, oh, did you take the A40? And I was like, bruv, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just follow maps, innit? I don't need that.
Now
knowledge.
it's like, I follow Google Maps. Like back in the day. I mean, now in London, there's a few roads that are like famous, like the A406, which is like, it's the North Circular Road, and it's basically famous because there's always traffic on it. Like the A40, if you live in Northwest, you probably know the A40 because that's where you grew up and stuff. Like, but when it's like, oh, did you take the B10765? And I'm like, mate, literally bang on that nav. That shit could be trying to take me through a lake, and I'll be following it.
Yeah.
It
looks right to me. Yeah. Let's go on. Let's do it.
Is this a hover car? Yeah. Like,
it said it's the fastest route.
vehicle.
We're gonna save 4 minutes by going this way. So what's a little bit of rain? Haha. Hold your breath. But yeah, so it's crazy how we rely on stuff like that now, man. A to Z used to be something you had in your car. Crazy.
Mental.
And do cabbies still have to do that exam, the knowledge?
The knowledge, yeah, they still got to do that, man.
How archaic is that? When you can have, let's be honest, and I don't want to disrespect any cabbies because I think it's an amazing feat that you've learned all of the roads within a certain area. But even though you memorize it, you can't know that there's been a crash on the main road 6 miles away immediately. Google Maps is going to tell you that ASAP and give you another route.
Yeah.
That's mad, man. That's absolutely crazy.
Just comes up saying, accident ahead.
Yeah.
Another route. Ahead. Yeah. Bang. See you later.
But yeah, I suppose I should talk about the cost of the Polestar 2. If you would like to buy your Polestar 2 with its 311 mile range, which if I'm honest with you, I know I already said it, when you are looking at the range of electric vehicles, always take it with a pinch of salt. You're never going to get the full range. I mean, with cars that they give you their miles per gallon, it's a little bit different. But with an electric vehicle, if you're somebody who knows you do a lot of fast starting and stopping and stuff like that, you're just going to absolutely rinse your battery down. Okay, so just be very aware of that. So it starts at £49,000, which is, Just saying, it's not the cheapest electric car out there, but you are driving a Volvo, which is, you're looking at something which is quality. Yeah, get me. So it's that's the cost of it. Nice car, I like it. If I was to rate all electric cars that I've driven, I'd say I'll put it up there with the Mustang and as well for head turnability and in terms of fun drive. Yeah, man, it was super cool. Just with all electric vehicles, after driving a petrol one, when I jump back into an electric vehicle, I always struggle getting it going because I forget. I'm waiting for that noise for it to turn on. I'm like, it's not on. It's not going anywhere. And it's like, oh yeah, just press go on it. Yeah, it's decent. Also, when I went and did that stuff with the Nugget, the Ford Nugget, the camper van, I had a bunch of other tech that I got my hands on as well to take on a camping trip. So I think I want to like highlight just a couple of the ones that I really enjoyed. Okay. One of them was this cool ass thing called a Life Straw. Bro, it's insane. It's this straw, right? Well, it actually comes in a straw or a water bottle you can have, but it cleans water that is like dirty, muddy and filthy and makes it drinkable. It purifies it as well. This Life Straw. So it's like this little, it has this little tech in it where it's this straw with these fibers in it and it filters water, but it filters it not just like gets the gunk out of it. It turns undrinkable water into drinkable water. It's insane, bro.
Listen, it sounds good, but I don't know whether I'd trust it. I'm not drinking out of a muddy puddle on some campsite thinking, oh, well, this straw's doing the job.
I wouldn't like dip it in a dog's piss like and sip it up. Yeah, you're right. But however though, Nick, like I did notice this, like if you're in a jam, right, and you got to use it and you got to drink, it's the one. But I noticed this, I put some tap water in it, right, that tastes really chlorine because that's where we were filming. And I put some drinking water in it and sipped it. And then I put it in the bottle and drank it through the straw. And it filtered out some of that chlorine-y taste. I swear down. Okay. I was like, whoa, it works, man. And yes, but you can get different types. You can get like Life Straw Goes and jugs and all that stuff now. But yeah, man, if you want filtered water and you've got like one of the other ones like Brita or something, yeah, that could be cool. But I suggest you try the Life Straw one because it's a real deal stuff. The filters last for flipping ages. I think they give you like 3 years worth of drinking water on the regular straw. So the bigger one's going to be loads as well. But yeah, it's really cool, man. Another cool bit of tech as well. I had a biometric padlock, Nick. So much fun using my fingerprint to open a padlock. That's from Master Lock. And also another thing that I had fun with, bruv, this has got, people are taking a piss out of me that know me for saying this. This has got to be my gadget of the summer 2021, yeah?
What's it going to be?
It's called the Meter Plus. Not only is it one of the best puns ever, because the meter is a thermometer for meat. Okay. MEATER, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah?
Right.
Where's my badum sound effects? Nick's doesn't say, wait. Yeah? Meter?
Yeah.
Nick's like, yeah, great one, mate.
I get it.
Yeah, meat. You get it, Nick, because it's meat and the yeah, and because it's the cool.
Yeah, top banter.
Yeah,
right there.
But yeah, right. Barbecue season is upon us, right? This is a smart meter that's wireless. So you pop it out of its case, and it's just like a metal rod. You stick it into a bit of steak. Tell the app what exactly you're cooking, what meat it is. Like, you know, for example, beef. What cut of steak? What cut of it is? So, like a rump steak, or is it a wagyu steak, or is it a T-bone? Tell it that, and then it will say how much do you want it cooked, right? And you say, I'd like it cooked to this degree, like medium rare. It will monitor the temperature within the meat and outside of the meat to check that it's being cooked properly on the outside and on the inside. And when it's correctly cooked, the app, it connects to an app on your phone and that goes off. Like, your food is ready. So when you're doing outside cooking on a barbecue where you have no control over the heat and you don't want to mess up the food, aka me, it is amazing. We cooked a steak, right? Outside on a barbecue and the flames weren't hot enough because the app told us. So we started fanning it. The steak looked a little bit overdone on the outside. Yeah, but it told us to cook the steak for another 10 more minutes. Cook the steak for 10 more minutes, bruv. A cheap steak, can I say, was succulently and deliciously perfectly cooked. And I've used it a few times. I've used it on chicken. I've used it with different cuts of steak. Mate, it's amazing. I hate cooking food and worrying about whether it's cooked properly on the inside. This, now, stick it in any type of steak. I know, right, look, Nick, how do you want your chicken breast cooked? Nick's a fan of the breast of chicken. Nick, how do you want your chicken breast cooked? So that it doesn't kill you, Nick? Would you like that? Would you like it to be not killing you?
I mean, I'm not a massive steak fan. You know this about me.
Yeah.
I think any kind of food you're eating, you don't really want it to kill you.
Yeah,
so,
there you go. Yeah.
To go along with what you're saying, I don't want to get sick or die from eating a steak if I were to eat one.
So Nick doesn't want his chicken breast medium rare. He doesn't. He wants it well done. And it's amazing.
Well, chicken needs to be cooked proper.
Exactly. But you can use it on chicken. You can use it on lamb.
No one's eating like raw pink chicken. Allow that.
Yeah, what you don't like your chicken rare? Oh, it's delicious. Who is that geezer that licked a chicken? What footballer was it? Who kissed a chicken?
Patrice Evra.
That was it, Patrice Evra, when he just went off on one and started kissing raw chicken. Anyway, it works with beef, fish, lamb or pork. And mate, honestly, it's magnetic as well, so you can stick the whole thing on your fridge afterwards. Honestly, it's one of my favorite bits of tech because I hate undercooking things or overcooking things. So yeah, the Meter Plus, absolutely amazing. Please, we'll put a link in there. We've got a whole article up on the website, which is kick-ass as well. It works really, really well, man. Really, really well. Honestly, it's got to be a bit of tech for the summer, man, because you can use it indoors as well. So it's great.
Well, at the minute, barbecue season as well, you know what I'm saying?
Bruv, it is such a barbecue season, man. It is, I love it. I went to a barbecue over the weekend and there's nothing better than, I had one burger and one sausage off the barbecue. Bruv, delicious. Proper burger sauce. Bit of cheese on it.
Everybody loves burger sauce.
But yeah, anyway, that's my thing. I mean, what have you been up to recently, Nick? How have you been killing time? Doesn't necessarily have to be techie.
Not too much, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's the Euros in England. Well, in Europe, it's the European Championships in soccer or football. So I have obviously been watching every single game. And as we record this today, I think Scotland's first game is happening at 2:00 today. So I'll probably end up watching that, sorry to any Scottish listeners, but hoping that you guys get beat. Just in the same way that Scottish people will be hoping that England get beat. You know, so that's kind of where we are. I'm kind of killing time doing that at the moment, but also moved into my studio in my garden. So I've been spending time kind of having to take apart all my furniture and then reassemble it because basically I have to go down the back staircase of my place and it's really thin. So I had to take my whole desk apart completely and then reassemble it, which it's an IKEA desk, so it's not that difficult, but it's still a ball ache, isn't it?
Yeah, I find that IKEA furniture, because I'm quite rough when I put stuff together, it doesn't like being taken apart and put together too many times.
You have to be so careful. Yeah, it's really annoying. So yeah, like when I'm taking it apart now, because listen, I'm a vet with this. I've moved so many times with so many bits of IKEA furniture. You just have to be super careful, like you say, because if you're too kind of rough with the screws and stuff, which, you know, if you've just tuned into this podcast at that specific point does sound a bit dodgy, but if you're too rough with the screwing, then the thread goes and all of that, and yeah, it's a joke, really.
Yeah, 100%. So with Chateau de Nick, right, the Nick Cave, the man cave. Well, are you gonna go for it? Are you gonna go for it, Nick? Is it gonna have a bar in it? Is it gonna have a gym in it?
Enough. It ain't big enough. Like literally, it's big enough for my desk. I've got like a shelving unit behind me with some trainers on it.
Nice.
And then I've got a bracket on the wall behind me, which will eventually have a TV on it, so that on that TV, I can obviously watch stuff, but also put like logo. If I'm doing like filmed stuff in here, I can put logos of whatever outlet I'm doing film stuff for. So like if I'm doing stuff for my radio show on Radio 1 Extra, I can put the 1 Extra logo on there, and just like nerdy shit like that, so it looks a bit nicer, you know.
Nice. Look forward to seeing how it looks, man. We'll definitely do like a little zoom. In the meantime, Nick, so for back to the footy, England's got a good group for the Euros, haven't they?
England have got quite a good chance in this European Championships, you know, and I don't say that as someone that's getting too ahead of myself like we normally do as Brits. So, you know, we put it this way, the group that we're in, we should win that group, especially because we played Croatia the other day. We beat them. That was the toughest game in the group. So because of that, we should win the group, and then that will put us into the next the knockout rounds, and we take it from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it and like Belgium, France, England, Portugal, they're kind of like the main protagonists. So yeah, like it could be coming home, bruv.
I was gonna say, could it be? I don't want to say it, but yeah, you said it. It could be coming home.
It could be coming home.
What would we do? What would happen? Would we have a national holiday, like an unofficial one? No one's going to work if we win.
It would be mental if we won. Mental.
I think I'd actually take the day off, you know. Whatever I'm doing. I think, Nick, don't turn up to radio. Fuck it. Just don't turn up. Yeah. Just leave it. Like, studio empty. Or just play It's Coming Home for 3 hours. It's on loop. But yeah, anyway, that was our anyway, that was our review of tech. We got some cool car stuff to talk about coming up, actually, because we had got our hands on a cool little car, and some other techie bits are going to be coming up. Make sure if you want to get another episode of our Timeless Tech stories, you can sign up to our Patreon, can't you, Nick?
Yes, you can indeed. Patreon.com/How to Kill an Hour. That's the one. That's where you can get the exclusive bonus content. So if you want to hear me and Marcus talking more shit, I mean, it is like planned shit, but you know, you can over there. Yeah, you don't ever want to have an unplanned shit, because that's shitting yourself. We don't do that. We plan our shits, right? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, check that over there. Nick Bright, you are on social media at Nick Bright on Instagram, right? Exactly. And you're at Marcus Bronzy. That's the one, yeah. And How to Kill an Hour is at How to Kill an Hour. So we'll be in your ears soon. Until next time, thank you for killing some time with us. Bless. Nice one.